Hello, once again, it's Damon with our series. I already did Rebooking WrestleMania before. And I thought maybe I should do something similar with Rebooking SummerSlam. And for Rebook SummerSlam, the only criteria that I had is it shouldn't be two nights. It should be one night with 12 matches. So that's the only criteria. So I cannot do it two nights because I don't know. I don't think honestly WrestleMania, not every big four should be two nights. That's my opinion. I think it's overkill. You're ruining not just the mood, but by doing so, you're kind of making it less special. But it just will be 4 hours. I would just have four pay-per-views that will go for 4 hours. Every other pay-per-view will be 3 hours. Or at the very worst, if you're gonna insist on 6, 7 matches during the whole year, why can't you just do 2.5 hour pay-per-views? If it's 6 matches, 2 hours and a half, people can understand. You make them cheaper, you do this. Trust you me, you're gonna have more customer. The customer base will be happier in the long term, not just short term, long term. But again, that's not the topic of this. The topic of this is rebooking SummerSlam, and I would start off basically by SummerSlam 1988. And there's a lot of things I feel like would have said stays the same, and a lot of things I feel like could have been added because some stars were not included in that show. Tito Santana was not included in the show. Uh, One Man Gang, or Rakim, Ilbilly Jim was on the show. Harley Race was on the show. Jim Duggan was there for an interview only. Uh, Greg Valentine was not here on the show. Brutus Beefcake wasn't there on the show. Uh, yeah, I felt like you could basically include them in the show, and I felt like basically given 12 matches, the first SummerSlam could have been good because I think the real card was like 10 matches. You could have easily added two more and added one max another hour, another half hour of the show. Granted, but it's in mind, I would not make every match be 20 minutes like current WB laws now. It's suddenly becoming a law that every match is going to be 10 to 20 minutes. No, some matches would be simply 5, 6 minutes because that's all they need. But the opening match of SummerSlam 98, of my SummerSlam 98, will be the Fabulous Rougeaus, like in real life. They're the first match, but they're not taking on the British Bulldogs. They're taking on the Hart Foundation. There were already a feud between Art Foundation and Fabulous Rougeaus. The Art Foundation turned face, and Fabulous Rougeaus were basically at Jimmy R was taking quotation mark the money in the contract of the Art Foundation. Why not have a feud there? Why not have a feud breathe? Rather than moving the pieces, uh, basically rather moving the pieces of the diagram. Rather than moving the piece of the puzzle, you just let this breathe. You have Art Foundation versus Fabulous Rougeaus. I don't know what would be the ending. I don't know if we have a draw or have the Art Foundation win. I just know Fabulous Rougeaus will not win, but it could easily be a draw the same end as in real life. Next, the second match will be Don Morocco versus Dino Bravo. If Don Morocco is going to leave, I would have Dino Bravo win. 5, 6 minutes. Then you would have the Junkyard Dog versus Bad News Brown. Junkyard Dog was about to leave anyway. He was facing a ravishing recruit in real life, and Rui won by DQ in a nothing match. I thought that's if Junkyard Dog's gonna be fired and or leave, I felt like might as well do the honors and have Bad News Brown beat him like 8 minutes with the with his Inzaguri. Then I would have Brutus the Barber Beefcake either face Ron Bass or Greg the Hammer Valentine. I know Brutus Beefcake is supposed to be having his rematch with Honky Tonk Man. I'm thinking, what if basically that happened on Saturday night's main event and somebody attacked Brutus Beefcake, which is Greg Valentine, his old partner, or Ron Bass? One or another, I'm having Brutus Beefcake face off against Bass or Valentine, and I have Brutus Beefcake win the match. Then in the fifth match of the night, you have Demolition defend the World Tag Team titles against the British Bulldogs. I would have Demolition win, and I would have a convincing clean win. Like to start them on their road to becoming babyface later on that year. Like they don't cheat, they're just there, honest to goodness, usual badass self, and they took care of their business without Mr. Fuji's help. In fact, you can have a spot in the match where Mr. Fuji offers Kane to help Demolition. Demolition turns away or kicks it away from Mr. Fuji. Fuji's kind of it provoked the ire of Mr. Fuji because hey, you put the title in jeopardy by not trying to basically get the win in any by any means necessary, and you have acts like we didn't need it. We didn't need you. We had things under control. That's how it starts. Basically, uh, leading up to the double turn at Survivor Series 1988. They have Coco Beware versus Big Boss Man, same as real life, as Big Boss Man hit the Boss Man Slam in 5 minutes. Then you have the conclusion of feud of Hacksaw Jim Duggan against King Harley Race or former King. And yeah, have Jim Duggan win. Then for the Intercontinental title, you have Okatong Man defend against give me somebody here, give me somebody in the locker room. I don't care who it is. And yes, it'd be the Ultimate Warrior. And yes, it needs to be a squash. And not just because of the difference in style, but I felt like it not ruins the moment, but lessens the impact of the moment if basically it's a competitive match. I mean, if Honky Tonk Man has a 15-minute match or 16-minute match with the Ultimate Warrior, what the hell are we doing? Warrior's supposed to be House of Fire and basically Honky Tonk Man can withstand it? Nah. It's a squash, Warrior wins and wins the title. Then you have One Man Gang or Hakeem, whichever. I'm not sure if Hakeem transformed by then, against Hillbilly Jim. Hakeem wins with a splash. Then you have Jake the Snake Roberts versus Ravishing Rick Rude. Simply ravishing. And at WrestleMania, I had Jake win. I think here I would have Ravishing Rick Rude win. I know it's transferred this later on to Jake Roberts. I already said Jack Roberts. Jake Roberts and Ravishing Rick Rude to Jake Roberts as Andrew Giant. But I feel like right now, Ravishing Rick Rude can win via cheating. Then you have in the penultimate match, you have Powers of Pain with the Bolsheviks. You have the Bolsheviks lose convincingly, like 4 minutes to Power of Pains. In the main event, it's an handicap match. It's the Mega Powers and friends versus the Mega Bucks. I thought it was a handicap match. No, it's not a handicap match. It's an 8-man tag. Sorry. It'd be Macho Man Randy Savage, the WWE champion. Hulk Hogan, Tito Santana, and Mighty Hercules was often seen as the third mega power, taking on the team of Andre Giant, Aku, Ted DiBiase, and Virgil. So I would still have the same ending. You could have Ted DiBiase get pinned by Hogan. So, and yeah, with Jesse Ventura as the referee, and I thought that would be a great card anyway. So that's for me. So on that would be my SummerSlam 1998. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. If you want me to continue rebooking SummerSlam, I'll make playlists of 998 because I want them to concord with my booking of those big time pay-per-views. And if possible, even I might rebook Survivor Series later on and rebook the Royal Rumble. And I want all this create a continuity, the Damon's List continuity, if you want me. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. See you guys later.